Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. Okay, guys. So I was trying to look and see what else we have going on this week. But it's gonna be hot, messy topics. It's gonna be more Salt Lake City coverage and yeah, everything else in between. I have like this blanket. It is so cold in my house. But Jason is back, so that's exciting. And then hot, messy topics yesterday came out, but then on top of that, Salty Podcast comes out tomorrow. So I think that we're pretty much on a good trajectory. So, what is today's date? The 24th? Yeah, we're ending off the month strong. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
All right, guys. So we have to start right here with the Emily Simpson of it all. Oof. Thank you to Reality Blurb. Emily Simpson shared what was cut from the Real Housewives of Orange County. By the way, well, we'll get into it. Before she confronted Heather Dubrow in recent episodes, she also shaded Alexis Bellino for allegedly making herself a victim while publicizing her fiance John Jansen's lawsuit against his ex, Shannon Bedore. In the latest episode, Emily called out Heather for telling her to wear jeans while the rest of the cast wore designer clothes at a charity fashion show. It was also suggested that at another point in the event, Heather wanted Alexis and Emily to wear the same dress, but she gave Alexis a size 2 and Emily a size 12. But on Jeff Lewis Live, Emily hinted at why she confronted Heather in this way. I'm going to play it for you guys really quick. I played this earlier on Up and Atom Channel 1, but just in case you didn't see it, thank you to Bywig Hello Drama. Hold on.
I don't need someone else at that time and place speaking for me or bringing it up in a way that's going to be different than the way I want to articulate it. So I thought I have to get in here and say it before someone else does.
I see. I get, so, I was trying to like put myself in both because I was watching Heather and then watching you. So Heather Dubrow I think she felt very attacked, confronted, right? And she did come off defensive and a little, I could tell it was probably hard for her to be really sensitive in that moment because she felt very attacked. Right. So, but I thought your feelings were valid. I thought you were justified in communicating how you felt, but it wasn't being taken, I think, in the way that you wanted it to be.
No, I really in my head thought that it would have been more of a bonding experience between two friends because I feel like I made it clear that I didn't think Heather did anything malicious.
Right. It wasn't intentional. Like I'm going to make Emily feel bad. Right.
And I never felt that or thought that. But I think as friends on a show where we're supposed to share our opinions and how we feel, that it was necessary that if she's my friend, that I shared that with her. Of course, hindsight's 2020. Now I look back, I'm like, well, I should have asked her to go sit somewhere together, the two of us. But I really was concerned that it was going to get brought up by somebody else.
Right. Even if I'm curious because even if you had taken her aside, she still might have got a little defensive.
I think so too. I think even if I would have asked her, hey, do you want to go over here and sit? I don't think the conversation would have been different. I do think Alexis being there in that group.
We're going to talk about that in a second.
Okay.
What I don't understand is when Alexis inserted herself and made it completely about her. And now that I brought into this, no, you weren't brought into this. All you said was, I think you had just referred to an Alexis's dress. That was it.
That was it.
It was like 5 words.
Only reference I made to her, and the only time I said her name was that one sentence making reference to just the 2 dresses. That was it.
And now she's involved. She is suddenly about
she was
her.
Like, you are the one who brought me into this, and I'm a broken bird, and you brought me. Everybody else was like, she didn't bring you into this. Oh, yes, she did. It's just because you used her name.
And I'm sorry, when she walked in and she was having a bad day and she was moody, and what was going on?
Okay, I'll tell you what was going on.
Oh, shit.
Because first of all, they can't show everything. We were there for hours. and hours at Jen's house, because when Alexis first got there, she kept going on and on about how something was going on, but she couldn't talk about it. So I'm no joke. We all sat around
Cryptic.
for a good 45 minutes while everyone was like, well, what is it? Well, what is it? Well, just say it. Well, what is it? I can't talk about it. I'm talking like I lost a part of my life that I can never get back. I was so irritated. And then finally, she did say something. They didn't show it, but it was about the lawsuit. It was about the fact that John had actually, because up to this point, it had only been a demand letter, right?
Mm.
And they were just negotiating. He had actually filed a lawsuit against Shannon, and I believe that was coming out in People, because they file a lawsuit and then they give it to People magazine.
I see.
Why is that so traumatizing for Alexis?
I don't know, because that is an overt act that you did yourself, that you put it out there. He filed, you give it to People, it gets disseminated,
and she's the victim.
and then you're the victim and you're stressing about it, and you have to bring us all into it.
Okay. Well, it obviously does not stop there. By the way, I just want to say this too about that. Alexis Bellino, and I said this earlier, she is reaching so hard. It's almost embarrassing. It's annoying. Like, you brought me into it over the dress size. You said I wore a size 2. Who gives a shit? That's a compliment. She was saying her own personal reaction to this was that she didn't have, she had to bring jeans and she was wearing a size 12 and she wasn't comfortable. It had nothing to do with Alexis Bellino, but yet Alexis Bellino continued to make it about herself, which is something that we're seeing time and time and time again. This is why Alexis Bellino is going to be a 1-season wonder on this show. She's going to be a friend of, and then she is not going to be asked back. I think that we can all agree on that. But we're not done. It doesn't stop there. Actually, it just continues on. Speaking of people who fans and stuff are not reacting well to, well, we got to talk about these two. Because there was a video that came out, thank you to Reality Blurb. Jax Taylor and Tom Schwarz appeared to crash Paige DeSorbo and Hannah Berner's Giggly Squad tour stop at the Wiltern in Los Angeles on Saturday night. And their presence got quite the fan reaction. After surfacing amid the Summer House Stars mini fans during I guess it was an Ask Us Anything session, Jax was booed by the crowd as he attempted to suggest that Paige and Hannah had invited him and Schwartz to their show. I just want to say thank you so much for having us, is what he said. But one fan yelled back, "No one's having you. Oh my God." Then Tom Schwartz appeared to attempt to come to Jax's rescue, and he stood up and attempted to grab the mic from Jax. However, Jax wouldn't hand it to him and actually pushed away his hand when he extended it forward. "My friend Tom has a question," is what Jax said as he finally turned over the mic, and Hannah demanded, "Which Tom, please?" confirming that she was not aware of the fact that they were coming. "Hi, Paige. Hi, Hannah," is what Schwartz started saying. But as the moment continued, Hannah had a question for Tom Schwartz. "Tom, do you remember filming Summer House with me?" And Tom Schwartz said, "I do, like it was yesterday." But Hannah also had her doubts, telling him, you don't. And Schwartz then had a question of his own. "I have one question for me and Jax. Are we trash?" he asked, prompting the audience to erupt in both applause and shrieks. And as the moment continued, Hannah admitted that she and Paige actually considered inviting Jax to their event, but ultimately Paige shot down the idea. I literally asked Paige, I was like, "Should we bring Jax's crazy trash?" And she's like, "That's not fun. That's not even a fun game." Then in one final diss, Hannah told Jax, "Honestly, Jax, I'm a big fan. Honestly, I watched you guys during a deep depression, and I got less depressed, so I appreciate you guys." Well, if you guys want to see the video, here it is.
I just want to say thank you so much for having us.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
No. Okay. Guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Pop off in the comment section, please. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys.